Despite all of the frustration and the desperation that we had prior to 2.2's release, it's safe to say that despite all of that, the wait time was kind of cool. Like we were like, waiting for something so massive, so big that a developer has been working on for over 7 years, and we were getting like these teasers and we don't exactly know what is in this whole update. Like we've never had access to that update in a full version. And every time Roptop comes to the chat, it gets really, really exciting, and we can ask him a bunch of questions about the update that we're waiting for. So that was definitely a very, very fun time to be in. However, now I kind of feel like we are slowly going back to that. But what's important to note here is that although in the past, when we were waiting for 2.2 and getting all these teasers and, desperately wanting to just play Dash and versus mode, which, oh my god, I don't think we quite knew how remarkable that time was, because looking back at it now, it's pretty cool. But being in that situation wasn't that cool. I mean, sometimes I was like really, really frustrated and was about to pretty much leave the game because there's no updates. Like I was so desperate to have 2.2 that I even recreated the particle system. If you guys know that, if you guys know me for a very long time, you know that I have recreated this whole thing from scratch, pretty much, just because I wanted to mess with that system. And ever since 2.2 got released, Roptop has promised us that she's going to be releasing more frequent updates, making sure that something like this with 2.2 would never happen again. And to be honest, he completely fulfilled his promise for the first few months into 2.2. We've got like 5 updates or 6 even in total when 2.2 came out. We got like patch updates, we got small new features, and it was all awesome and all. However, now the wait is kind of going off. Let me show you. This is the Steam database website where you can pretty much see when Geometry Dash received updates. And it is very, very funny to see that in November 2017 we got 4 updates, and the one after it was 11 months ago. So 7-year gap between these two. So that was 2.2 initial release. It was released at that exact second on Steam. And then, as you guys can see, we have 2 patch updates being only 4 hours apart. And then we have another one which is about like 3 or 4 days after, and then another one, and then another one. And all these updates came within a year. However, you may see something now. The last one was 5 months ago. That was the 1st of June. That was the last update that we ever got. And as you guys know, if you guys have been following this awesome news series, we know that every time Roptop is about to publish an update or make something big, like a big change in the game, he's gonna have to update the beta branch first. And what this means is that Geometry Dash has 2 branches. One of them is public and one of them is beta. The public one basically means the one that everybody plays on, like the public one, the one that you open on Steam and such things. There is the beta branch. Beta is like a secret build only for those who Roptop chooses, and he can give them like a code, and then they can have access to a very secret version of Geometry Dash 2.2 that he is working on. And as you guys can see, the beta branch in here has been updated 16 hours ago. And also special W's to Space J for mentioning this on Twitter, because for the first like month or so after these 5 months wait, I was checking every day, but then I got bored because it was taking too long. So now finally the beta branch got updated. So that means that there are people in the community, secret people that Roptop choose, that right now have full access to that beta version, whether it would be something that Roptop was working on, whether it was for testing a specific thing. We can't really know exactly for sure what it is for, but what we do know is that it is exclusive content being tested. So what this means is that after this branch gets updated, now newer players are able to try out the newest version of Geometry Dash that Roptop has been working on. And if they play the game and everything seems fine and there are no bugs, there's nothing to fix, he's gonna just, make the same updates, but for the public branch. That means we are going to get that update. So seeing the beta branch getting updated is basically a super, super good sign that we are very, very close to getting a new update. And it's been some time since we've got an update. 5 months is pretty long. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, we waited 7 years, but let's just not look at that, right? And what's actually quite crazy about this update is that it is called 2.207, and it was supposed to come out a very, very long time ago. It was supposed to come out like 4 months ago or so, but I don't don't know what happened, but now finally Robtop, it seems like he's back on track. Okay, you guys, you guys know what I'm saying? And what I'm sucked up on. Okay, what I'm honestly really excited for is for Robtop to finally come back to the Geometry Dash Discord server and officially talk to us, because I've been collecting some really cool info and a lot of cool stuff, like a lot of general stuff about 2.2 that I want to share with Robtop publicly to see what he thinks about those things. So, I mean, getting a new beta branch kind of means that he's soon going to be active, right? Hopefully, let's just hope for that. And despite all of the wait and all of that stuff, we still have to pay like massive respect to Rob for what he's doing. I mean, there's probably so much going on behind the scenes we don't even realize it. Every time I open the editor and I'm like, how he literally built all of this and all of this, that, and all of this and that, and it's just so much better. I mean, it's so much more than this. So he's clearly doing stuff. And aside from the rates every single day that he's doing, so yeah, we definitely cannot go on him. And when I say there's something going on behind the scenes, I'm talking about the NCS X Geometry Dash album, which is going to include some levels that are going to come out soon, some special levels according to Robtop in his tweet 22 hours ago. Now, you guys have to focus on the timeline on when this post was posted and when the beta branch was updated. So we have NCS X Geometry Dash album releasing soon. We'll have special levels made for each of the singles. I'm not sure what that's supposed to mean, but I think every like an album probably has a lot of songs, and for every song there's going to be a level or something. I'm not sure. Each one is made by a different talented creator and will be released at the same time as their song. So what does this exactly mean? What do you guys think? So what I think this means, or what this sounds like, is that there are people who are working on secret levels with secret NCS songs, and those levels are going to be released at the same time with those songs that are used in those levels. So a lot of secret levels are coming made by talented creators. That seems like a big secret like event type stuff that is happening. Can you guess any level of the creators in the picture? This honestly sounds really cool. And what I especially love about this picture is that it actually scales down the pictures to the scale of the squares in the background. So as you guys can see, there's a square here. There's supposed to be a square, but it's replaced with the level. So that is very cool. I don't know what this is, but the timing, 22 hours ago and then 16 hours ago, so pretty much like 6 hours after he posted that, he made a beta branch update. So maybe there is something in correlation in here. Maybe we're gonna get some new stuff, like a new feature maybe, or perhaps even a new gauntlet, because Robtop cannot add a NCS Gauntlet 3 without updating the game, because he still has to have this sprite in our game files. And what this means is that if we get a new NCS Gauntlet, that means we're gonna get all of the stuff that Robtop has been working on included in the update. Now, of course, it doesn't mean we're gonna get Explorers or Versus or that stuff. I'm talking about the stuff that Robtop has worked on and is already done with. So yeah, I just want to clarify that. But it's still great. Like, getting updates would be awesome, and having you Rob online again would be even better. But yeah, what do you guys think is this album about, and why is the correlation with the posts time and the beta branch update so close? There has to be something in correlation, I believe, especially because it's been a very long time since we got any updates, and Robtop has promised us that he's going to do consistent updates after 2.2 comes out. So this is I think it's a very nice time to be in. We're kind of like analyzing the stuff that's happening right now. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. I will see you guys in the next video.